Hi, this is Adam, Small Town Machine Shop. We're still working on the drill press. I'm have this wave of super motivation, so I'm taking advantage of it. So, in case you didn't catch the short the other day, I cleaned most of the gunk out of the T slots so you can see them. The table support ring is almost entirely stripped of paint. I am going to pull the table so I can get that arm completely painted. The main column here, the very top, has all the paint off it, except for it's a little bit here, and there's that body filler I'm working with. The other side's done. So today, I also got the quill arm pretty much done. So it's going really good. So what we're going to do today, I'm going to pull the spindle. There's a broken tooth, or multiple broken teeth there. Let me take you up the ladder with me. Inside this flat belt drum, let me zoom me out, skosh. There is a back gear. Sorry about the lighting. And where's the knob? Right here. And I don't know how it works, so we're going to take it apart. I pulled it the other day and the handle came out. And I'm just going to assume that's not supposed to happen. There is a hole, some kind of keeper. So we'll get this out on the bench, take this apart, see what's in there. So I've already removed the square head bolts and the bearing caps. I'm working on this collar because it's kind of captured back in here. So I need to be able to slide this forward as I lift it a little bit. The drive gear is retained with a taper pin. That's not so bad. This is a collar. So I have it soaking for a bit, and I'm going to heat it next. Be careful with heating, because I'm sure that's a Babbitt bearing in there. What was holding that collar on, and as I go through this, the person who took it apart or was trying to, they were brutal on everything. Here's the set screw. It's a cut point set screw, but it's like mushroomed over, and there's like a little hunk of the outer thread missing on the collar. How do you mushroom over a slotted set screw? What were you trying to do to remove or tighten this that would result in that happening? It didn't hit anything. So we're undoing a lot of whatever was done. And after the spindle, we'll address the quill, because I'm just going to assume it didn't come from the factory like that. Okay, so let me get the bearing caps off, try to get that collar moved. I might set you up so you can watch me heat that and turn it. I mean, it's not a big deal. And we'll get this whole assembly on the workbench on some jack stands. Let's see what's in there. Okay, bring it back. Okay, I closed the garage door. That's why it's dark, because the garage door was only like 4 inches above this, so we're going to put heat on it. What I'm going to do, get the torch, start heating it. Now remember, I sprayed that with penetrating oil. I don't really want to get a whole bunch of it in that bearing. Give this a good heat. Trying to keep it off the shaft, because if we heat the shaft, it'll start expand the shaft more into the collar. So that little bit of flame you see from the shaft, it's starting to press the heat, starting to push the penetrating oil out. I got a fan going, so let's see if that little bit will do it. I'm going to push just a little bit. Okay. I'll take a pair of pliers, emery paper around this to give us, so it doesn't, leave big bite marks on it. And there we go, it's moving. Cool. Okay, let me get the door back open so you guys can actually see, and I'll bring you back. Okay, so got that collar slid back. Took off the top bearing cover. Looks really good. There's a gasket. There was no, before I took this off, there was like no play pushing up on the front of this. So, bearing looks really good. Nice and thick. This, and you want to be mindful on some stuff I've seen. This is going to be flip-flopped. I want to keep the bearing as it was poured. So you want to keep everything facing the same way. A lot of them are offset slightly and stuff, so you can't do that. So you can't put it on wrong, but yeah. I mean, it's dry. I haven't seen oil in a while. Okay, so now I'm going to close the door again. Sorry about the glare. Find a safe way to lift this off there. I have no idea how heavy it is. So the next time you see it, it'll be either on the bench or it'll be on the floor in pieces. So, see you in a bit. Okay, I kind of hemmed and hawed for a little bit whether I should show you how I got it down or not. But I'll show you. Okay, this piece isn't very heavy. It's probably only 40 pounds or something like that, maybe 50. It was just at the right height, everything. It was awkward for me to get out of the thing. So what I did is I took my ladder. This is a 300-pound industrial rated ladder. And I, with some wooden packing, lashed it to the base of the drill and then put a chain fall off one of the rungs up above it, pulling straight up. And then just in case there's any swing or anything, I ran a safety over to the lathe. And it worked perfectly. Again, this thing's not very heavy. I used straps on it. So don't do it this way. Sometimes you gotta be inventive. But do it a different way. It worked perfectly fine. Perfectly safe. But yeah. Okay, now let's get it over to the table. Okay, we got on the cart. And it's a little bit more than 50 pounds now that I had to manhandle it. So, you got some electrical tape on there to keep it from marring the surface. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I got to get this other collar off, and I want to get everything cleaned up and everything before we take it apart. That way I don't have to, because this has to slide forward. So I don't want to spend the first half, of the video fighting, getting something off. I just want the next part to be on the back gear. That way if someone's looking for that info, it's all right there in one video. That's what I'll do. Get it all cleaned up. The bearing surfaces look amazing. Doesn't catch a fingernail at all. Just old dried oil on there. But we'll mic it. It feels just perfect. So, looks like the drill got little use, or the few times it was used, it was abused. So yeah, I'll get this all cleaned up. Next time we'll focus on the back gear. See what's going on in there. This is Adam from Small Time Machine Shop. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.